Skynet from the Terminator movies. We thought it was fiction, science fiction. And maybe 45 years ago, it was still science fiction, but not anymore. Check this out. Defense startup, it's called Shield AI, and it debuts an autonomous military fighter drone, partners with Palantir and DARPA, and it brings us one step closer to Skynet. This is not a futuristic concept. It's a real, operationally relevant workflow that our teams at Shield AI and Palantir are enabling today that supports rapid integration across the kill chain. And so, yeah, this is an autonomous fighter, guys. It costs much less than, say, a conventional fighter would cost to produce. I think in the article we'll see it costs around 27 million for each one of these, which is a drop in the bucket compared to the 100 plus million it takes for modern day fighter jets. So here we go. Last week, defense startup company Shield AI debuted to the world its new AI-driven military fighter drone, which is called XBAT, right there, which is much cheaper to produce than traditional fighter jets and can fire and drop payloads on enemy targets. From the company's website, as a Navy SEAL, Shield AI co-founder Brandon Tsang experienced firsthand problems where intelligent autonomy could have made life-saving differences. He asked himself, what does the military of 2030 look like, and what role does autonomy play? The answer? AI pilots powering every military asset, aircraft, drones, ships, satellites, and submarines. Yeah, and it never goes wrong in the movies, it all does it. I mean, wow. But we're here. This is where we're at today. So we already read that part. So let's take a look here at this company video about the XBAT. Here we go. Now, I'd say that's a handy feature. No runway required. Just launches like like a missile would, like you're towing along a missile. And look how it lands safely back on the erector set. Wow. So according to an exclusive report by CNBC, Shield AI says the unmanned aircraft has a jet engine, will have a 2,000-mile range and can fly up to 50,000 feet, and has the ability to take off and land vertically, enabling it to operate in remote locations without a runway. like on a ship in the middle of the ocean. The XBAT will be piloted by an AI software developed by Shield AI called Hive Mind. That reminds me of the Borg back in Star Trek, remember? Go look it up. That's what they operate on. They call themselves a collective, a hive mind. All their thoughts running through one another continually. A lot of voices to listen to. Anyway, the company is now hinging a lot of its future on artificial intelligence development. They say the software is a cornerstone and foundation for everything that we do, said Shield AI CEO Gary Steele. It will ultimately be the long-term growth driver of this business because it enables the development of this next-generation aircraft. But those two things, AI piloted and vertical takeoff, launch, and land, have never come together in the form of a next-generation aircraft, according to Brenley Zhang, Shield AI president and co-founder. The company says it's on track to produce the XBAT for around $27 million, which is a fraction of what advanced military aircraft typically cost. For an example, the F-35 jets that are currently in use by the U.S. government and allies cost more than $100 million to produce. Yeah, if they work. Half of them are down at any given time. So unlike Shield AI's previous aircraft, the XBAT is designed for combat and can be equipped with missiles. We fundamentally believe we can save service members' lives by reducing risk that you have of putting people in danger, said Steele. What I'm particularly excited about is the mission we've been on and the opportunity that it unlocks from a business perspective. Well, of course you are. You're part of the military-industrial complex now, and so they stand to make a lot of money. So now the rollout of XBAT comes after President Trump signed an executive order in June called Unleashing American Drone Dominance that plans to increase commercialization of drone technology and assimilate them into the national aerospace system. CNBC points out that one big, beautiful bill that allocated billions of aerial defense and AI development, though no solid dollar amount was ever provided. No, they want to keep that a mystery. They just want to be able to spend what they want to be able to spend. A lot of this money is Black Ops money. We'll never see where it goes. As previously noted in Trump's AI action plan, published in July, the country must aggressively adopt AI within its armed forces if it's to maintain its global military preeminence. The XBAT drones are powered by the company's HiveMind technology per the website. They say HiveMind unlocks AI-powered mission autonomy for XBAT, resilient execution in denied, degraded, or disconnected conditions, no GNSS, no comms, no human input required. A single commander flies a team of N number of XBATs to autonomously execute the mission. HiveMind's open architecture design ensures XBATs plug and play into current and future Navy and Air Force operations. Colonel Boyd would be proud, they say. Autonomous platform and payload task execution combined with machine speed decisions at tactical edge. Observe, orient, decide, and act in milliseconds. Operationally validated autonomy since 2019 and deployed on over 15 platforms. Real-world deployment on the most highly contested modern battlefields. HiveMind is the autonomy of choice for U.S. and allied militaries. I just bet they are. Shield AI licenses its HiveMind technology to companies and the government and has different types of packages it provides. I'll let you read those on your own. But Shield AI has already worked with the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, last year when the company retrofitted an F-16 involved in a simulated dogfight against a real pilot. And they never did tell us how that turned out, by the way. They say this May 2024 event was part of a larger Air Force effort to develop, test, and mature autonomous capabilities that can eventually be integrated onto the service platforms. And the Secretary of the Air Force, Frank Kendall's demonstration flight marked another step in understanding how to bring AI-enabled operations from computer simulation into real-world applications to meet the Defense Department's goals. Well, now it's the War Department, so the War Department goals. Because this is all offensive weaponry. This isn't defensive at all. Defense contractor and data and analytics firm Palantir invested $200 million in the company in January. So yeah, that's how you know they're going places. Palantir's was started with CIA money, by the way, in case you weren't aware. In December, Shield AI revealed that together with Palantir to launch Project Warp Speed. Here we are with Warp Speed again. It's not just for the Maxines, I guess. So to develop and deliver large-scale command and control of autonomous, uncrewed systems, including operations in GPS and communication-denied environments. This announcement builds on the work Shield AI and Palantir showcased at the Association of the U.S. Army's annual meeting and expo in October, where the companies demonstrated the integration of Shield AI's HiveMind with Palantir's Gaia. Wow, just merging the systems now. See that? This integration created a unified command and control system for autonomous systems. HiveMind's proven autonomy capabilities demonstrated on platforms like the VBAT F-16, MQM-178 Firejet, and the Nova quadcopter now seamlessly integrate with Gaia's geospatial intelligence tools, enabling real-time mission execution and precision targeting. Yeah. What happens when they go haywire and start targeting us? I guarantee you there's no kill switch. Palantir's CEO, Shyam Sankar, said in a statement, the American industrial base needs warp speed. Yeah, just like we needed the shots too, right? Unbelievable. Shield AI stands out in their field, having achieved mission impact and product results where others have struggled. This partnership and Shield AI's deploying of our newly announced manufacturing OS will enable faster and better delivery to customers and ultimately aid in the defense of the West. In May, the two companies reaffirmed their collaboration together to tackle conflict in the Indo-Pacific. And I'll let you read the rest on your own. Well, we might as well cover the kill chain here since some people don't know what it means yet. But the kill chain refers to the military's process of identifying, tracking, and eliminating threats, involving a complex system of sensors, platforms, and weapons. Palantir is at the forefront of optimizing militaries around the world with its AI and data to revolutionize that kill chain. Yeah, so it'll kill all the humans off. There won't be any flesh left, right? This is just another reason that Jesus said if the days were not shortened, there'd be no one left to save. There'd be no flesh left to save. This is just another reason for that, along with the shots and the chemtrails and everything else. So Gotham's targeting offering supports soldiers with an AI-powered kill chain seamlessly and responsibly integrating target identification and target effector pairing. Now, they've been using AI in Gaza, and it's basically been wiping out civilian populations. It has no regard to who lives where. They're just using probabilities and where they think the enemy might be. But it hasn't been that accurate. Instead, well, they don't really care because it's all about genocide there anyway. I think you get the point. I'll put the links up for this article like I always do, guys, over on the website, don'tspeaknews.com. So they say during Shield AI's debut presentation event for its XBAT, the company immediately threatened that this technology could be used against some of America's adversaries in a state of war. The threats to our nation, they don't sleep, they're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, they may be watching this right now. We've been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, that's one thing I can promise you. So help me God, someone else will raise your sons and daughters. Wow. Unbelievable. Listen to what these people are talking about. Just cold-blooded killing, murders. Palantir CEO Alex Karp warned last year that he believes a global conflict between the United States versus China, Russia, and Iran is very likely. Of course it is. They've been planning it for years. So Shield AI is not alone in this sector. In May, Anduril, another defense tech company that builds autonomous weaponry that has close ties to Palantir, imagine that, launched this autonomous fighter jet called Fury. And like I said, I'll let you read the rest on your own, but wow. Terminator was not just a movie, guys. It was more of a documentary. Look at what's coming. Look at what's already here. There's another article here over at Business Insider about the XBAT. It says a new autonomous fighter jet just broke cover. It's powered by the same AI brain that flew an F-16 through a dogfight. So you can read more about it at this article as well. And I'll put all of this up, like I say, on the website as always, which is right here. Don'tSpeakNews.com, home base for all that we do. I just put up this story here earlier today. Argentina's Milei, President Milei takes a $40 billion victory lap courtesy of American taxpayers. Isn't that something? Yeah, we bailed out Argentina. So why is Trump really bailing out Argentina? Because its debt holders include BlackRock, PIMCO, and Fidelity, as well as the Paris Group, Sandglass Capital. Founder is Ukrainian, co-founder is Jewish, Kenneth Dart, and Alliance Bernstein. So wow, there it is, guys. And the Paris Group is actually a subsidiary of Sankari Investment Group, a UAE company formed by Dr. Sankari. And of course, Bernstein Alliance is a Zionist global asset firm. In other words, American taxpayers are bailing out the Zionist hedge funds holding multiple trillions of wealth because Milei has destroyed Catholic Argentina and sold the country to the Zionists. And I'll let you read that one, the rest of it on your own. But it's quite good. I suggest that you do. But that's why we bailed them out, guys. It's because the investments firms that are based here in the U.S. were losing their butts. And so we had to bail them out. Isn't that special? War is a racket, guys. Always remember that as well. As we get closer to going to war in South America, in Venezuela, and in particular, and in Latin America and Colombia, Nicaragua. I mean, there's just a big mess in the Caribbean right now. And of course, let's definitely not forget the people in Jamaica right now. We're suffering through Hurricane Melissa with its close to 200-mile-per-hour winds. My understanding is it's the second most powerful hurricane ever recorded since they started recording the speeds and everything. So please keep the folks in Jamaica in your prayers. I most likely won't be covering it until the aftermath because there's so many other channels covering it right now. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I just went with these stories that jumped out to me here this morning. So don't forget, we have our emergency funding going on still. We're now halfway there. This should say 1,000, but I haven't inputted the donations that have come in from outside yet. But I plan on getting to that this afternoon, God willing. So we're up to about 1,000, just over 1,000 now, like 1,025. So we're about halfway there. So thank you so much for everyone who's donated. Thank you for the prayers. And thank you for a couple of nice emails that I've received as well. And the messages you've sent along with your donations. Thank you very, very much for that. The comments that you send in the emails mean so much to me, you have no idea. So thank you so much for your support and especially for your prayers. And that will be it for now. Whew, it's a lot there's so much to cover, guys. I could just keep going all day, but don't have the time or the energy anymore. Although I do feel a lot better today. Got some good sleep last night. So thank you once again for your prayers. I am getting some rest. So God bless, take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.